So for our wall squat, it's gonna look something like this. We're gonna start in a wall sit position with our upper back and low back pressed against the wall and core is engaged. In this position, you want a 90-degree bend in the knee as well as the hip, and all of the weight should be on your heels. So if you are feeling knee pain at this point, it means the weight is probably on your toes, and you just want to, I encourage you to, just wiggle your toes and you'll feel all of that weight come off of the toes onto the heel and your quads will fire. Okay, so from here, what you're gonna do is push your heels into the ground, raise your body up until there's a slight bend in the knee, low back is still on the wall, and then we're gonna bring ourselves back down. So up, good, and bring it back down. When you go up, exhale, bring it down, inhale. First, you're gonna start in a glute bridge position. So ensure that your knees are about hip width apart. You're gonna have your feet flat on the floor as you go to lay down. So your arms are gonna be at a 45-degree angle away from the body. All right, so when you've got that settled, you're gonna pop your head on the mat. Ensure that the knees have a 90-degree bend in them, and then you're gonna raise your feet off of the floor. Raise your bum off of the floor. So what's gonna happen after this position is we're slowly gonna start to walk our heels outwards. Good, and you'll feel your hamstrings start to fire. And then once your knees are nearly straight but still have a slight bend, you're gonna slowly start to walk your heels back up. Good. You're gonna feel this in your hamstrings as well as the glutes. And once you get to this position, we're just gonna start over and repeat. Good. Don't forget to exhale as you're walking those heels back up. Inhale as you lower them down. And we're just gonna finish off here. All right, so this exercise is designed to challenge your core. We're gonna start with our feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Excellent. And what we're gonna do is ensure that the palms of our hands are underneath and they line up with our armpits. Okay, so once you've got that settled, what you're gonna do is you're gonna shift the weight to your right hand, and you're going to have your eyes follow your left hand as you have a nice thoracic twist. Cool. Lower yourself back down, and we're gonna do the same thing, but with the opposite side. Excellent. So don't forget to squeeze and depress or tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets and keep that core nice and tight. So if that core exercise just was not challenging enough, what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna throw in a push-up. So you're gonna start once again with your feet wider than shoulder width apart. Excellent. Hands are underneath the armpits. We're going to come down into a push-up. Excellent. And from here, we're gonna add in our twist. So once again, we're gonna come down into a push-up. From here, add in a twist. We're actually gonna challenge the muscles on our upper back for the pike push-up. So with this one, we wanna start in a tabletop position. So hands are gonna be once again under the armpits, and this time our knees are gonna be stacked underneath our hips. Okay, so now I like to take my hands and make them about shoulder width apart. I also like to take my legs and make them shoulder width apart as well. We're gonna be creating this lovely inverted triangle, and we're gonna be on the balls of our feet. So from here, we're gonna focus our gaze between our legs, and we're going to lower our crown to the mat and push back up. Don't forget to squeeze and depress or tuck those shoulder blades into your back pockets as you come down to really get those rear delts working. So this workout's going to target our obliques. What we're going to do is take our hands and we're going to have them nice and flat on our mat with our elbows bent underneath the armpits. From here, have your feet stacked one on top of the other with your hand behind your ear. You're gonna raise yourself up into a side plank. All right, so if this is as far as you can go, stay here. But if you need a bit of a challenge, you're gonna add in a crunch. So the crunch is gonna look like this. Side plank up, hand behind the ear, crunch. crunch, nice and controlled. Bring it back out. Nice and controlled, bring it back out. And lower yourself down. Start with your feet together. You're gonna walk your hands out. All right, once your hands are out and you're in a full plank position, I encourage you to do a little bit of a push-up. If you can't do the push-up, that's okay. Just walk your hands back in. And then you guys are gonna come to a standing position and repeat. So hands come down. If you can do a push-up, throw in your push-up. If not, we're walking back and repeat. Lowering ourselves down to the floor. From here, we're gonna be hopping outwards. We're gonna be hopping back in, and we're gonna be coming to a standing position. So we're gonna come down, hop outwards to a plank, hop it back in, and we're gonna come to a standing position.